Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your Photo News Fix. This fix is brought to you by the Super Huger Mega Camera Giveaway, where I'm giving one of you $4,999 to spend of my own money at Alan's Camera. That's right, this is the Fro Money truck backing up beep, beep, beep. To get entered for free and to read all the rules, head on over to bit.ly/megafro2020. Don't forget, you can score bonus entries when you purchase FroPack 1, FroPack 2, or the bundle, or if you already purchased them, they will be added automatically on the back end. And as always, you do not need to make a purchase in order to win the grand prize. First up, I love Nikon.
To do one thing and say another.
Now, I wanted to get that out of the way before I did a story on Nikon, who I love, by the way, because remember when Nikon was one of the first companies to go all in on the XQD cards back in the day? And when CF Express cards were announced, they said they would be updating their cameras to accept them? Well, here we are years later, and they did it.
Good, great.
Nikon finally kept their promise and updated the firmware for the D5, D850, and D500 that allows them to use the CF Express type cards. Phone call. Hello? Oh, it's Madeline K with Nikon PR. You want to know why I don't love you anymore, but I still love Nikon? You know the answer to that. Yes, she does. Anyway, it's nice that they kept their promise, but it honestly wasn't that big of a deal to use XQD cards while we waited. And by we, I mean not me, because I sold my D5 and D500 a year ago at this point.
Future.
I guess with the supply of XQD cards dwindling, this will be a welcome but minor update for Nikon fanboys to cheer as if they won the Super Bowl. Yeah, I know, I almost made it. Almost got there without getting anybody upset, but whatever, I did. We'll try again next week. Next up, oh my God, we have more Nikon news. This time, thanks, Adobe.
You're welcome.
Have I mentioned that I love Nikon yet in this video?
No.
The Nikon Z6 II has been out for well over a month, and up to this point, almost no one could open RAW files in Lightroom or Photoshop unless you were me. Because I was lucky enough to get early access to a beta converter that allowed me to convert the RAWs into DNGs and then work with them in Lightroom. And now that Adobe has updated their Creative Cloud, I no longer feel special. Thanks, Adobe. With their December 2020 release, Adobe said, today we've released updates for Camera Raw and Lightroom Classic, as well as Lightroom for Windows, Mac, Android, Chrome OS, iOS, iPad OS. In addition to supporting the latest cameras and lenses, Lightroom is now a native Apple M1 app and WinArm app. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Now, what's that all mean? Well, it means you can now open your RAW files from the Z6 II and even the unreleased Z7 II. It's kind of funny how that works, right? The Z6 II is out for a month with no RAW support. The Z7 II isn't even out yet. I don't have one. I actually don't have one yet, and it already has RAW support. Now, for anyone who got upset at Adobe for this, you can't blame Adobe. It's always been like this with new cameras. In fact, it was even worse back in the day because it took longer to get new camera support. So be thankful, you angry Nikon owners, and turn that frown less upside down because you're still angry. Even though I'm the one yelling, I'm angry. Phone call. Hello? Oh, it's Madeline K and Nikon PR again, and she wants to know, are we still using a Z6 to film fix? No. Yeah. Yes?
No.
And finally, in what could be massive news for Nikon and Canon, Sigma is rumored to be releasing lenses for the Nikon Z and the Canon RF mount in 2021. I wonder if Barbara Walters can come back to say 2021. Once again, these are just rumors, but in my opinion, it's not a matter of if it will happen, it's a matter of when.
I'm ready.
Nikon and Canon both desperately need third-party support from companies like Sigma and Tamron to woo the hobbyists, aspirational pros, and to compete with Sony. Tamron and Sigma already make lenses for the Sony E-mount, and that is one of the reasons that I still recommend new photographers looking to buy their very first system to take a long look at buying a Sony. Sony. So when Nikon and Canon get Sigma and tampon support, again?
Damn it!
Autocorrect again? It's supposed to say Sigma and Tamron support for that matter. That's all going to change. The biggest drawbacks to Z lenses and RF lenses right now is price. You can't expect people to drop close to $8K for a Hebrew trinity of native lenses.
That's a lot of lettuce.
When Tamron, that's right, Tamron has a Hebrew trinity of E lenses that only sets you back $2,500.
A pretty good deal.
Now there would have been a time 15 years ago where I never would have recommended a Tamron or Sigma lens, but these days, Sigma lenses are competing with, and in some cases, beating out native Sony, Canon, and Nikon lenses. Not to mention, they're always priced better. So will 2021 be the year that we see this happen?
I certainly hope so.
And there you have it. That's your photo news fix this time around. To check out the last fix, go ahead and click on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.